Well, hello there and welcome back. So today I'm going to give you a recap of the Oculus Gaming Showcase. It took place yesterday on YouTube, Twitch and also Facebook as far as I know. And a lot of games have been announced there. I'm going to tell you everything about them, from Quest titles that are going to release soon to the ones that are dropping on Rift. So I hope you are going to enjoy this. Let's kick things off with Pistol Whip, because Pistol Whip is going to have a new DLC called Smoke and Thunder. Here's the trailer. Enjoy!
So you're the scoundrels calling yourselves Dynamo, huh? Well, I think I might just call you dead. I'm coming for you, Tess.
I gotta say, this was one of the biggest surprises of the show, because this is something that we did not expect at all. Clouded Games is always pushing it to the limit in terms of what's possible in VR, and they went a total different direction with Pistol Whip by diving deeper into the Western genre. But anyways, this is going to be a free DLC, you don't have to pay anything. It's coming out on PC VR headsets and the Quest as well. And according to Clouded Games, this DLC tells the tale of two sisters set in the Wild West, where trains, tech and explosions set the scene for some exciting surprises. So that's going to be super duper awesome. I can't wait. Okay, next up, for the Warhammer fans out there, I also got good news, because Warhammer 40k Battle Sister is finally getting its last Bastion update. Roll the clip.
The sororitas will cleanse this place.
So this drops on the Rift and the Quest today. It's adding 2 new maps and a leaderboard too, so you can dive even deeper down the rabbit hole. Then we have one of the most highly anticipated games, Lone Echo 2. Let's go! I tell you, this game is going to blow your mind. It's one of those AAA adventures that is going to show you that VR is the future of gaming. So definitely keep an eye on Lone Echo 2. Do keep in mind that it's only going to launch on PC, on the Rift, but it's not going to come to Quest. Oculus did tease that you can play it with Link, but it doesn't mean it's natively running on a standalone VR headset. A lot of consumers were confused by this, and I totally get it, because it's kind of vague how things like that work, especially if you are new to VR. If you want a sneak peek of Lone Echo 2, I got to play it in 2019. There will be a link on top of this video and also in the description, so you get an idea of what you can expect from this title when it drops this summer, because that's when it's coming out on the Rift. But we all know that Revive can also do the trick for the Valve Index, HP Reverb G2, etc. So that's going to be loads of fun. I'm so happy it's still happening, because we were all scared that Lone Echo 2 was never going to be announced in the first place. Another big hitter was definitely Resident Evil 4. This is a holy grail of the gaming industry that they are porting over to glorious virtual reality. They didn't show a trailer because they are still working on it as we speak. This was more of a behind-the-scenes look of how they are going to turn this classic into a VR experience. So yeah, here's a little gameplay segment where they explain what they are working on.
Only on Quest 2 will you be able to play RE4 from Leon's first-person perspective. And the touch controllers will allow you to interact with the world in a fundamentally new way from how it's played on console. For example, items and weapons have been re-engineered to become physical objects that players can interact with, so that you can pick up things like ammo, keys, and treasures, as well as load, aim, and fire weapons in VR. You'll also be able to switch weapons by grabbing them off your body instead of going into a menu. And you can wield separate weapons with each hand. Even RE4's famous menu is no longer a pause screen. It's an interactive tool. A ton of effort has gone into making weapon interactions smooth, satisfying, and responsive, including two-handed weapons like shotguns and rifles.
Good stuff, right? Good stuff. If you played this on a pancake screen many years ago, it's going to be crazy to soon be within the world of Resident Evil 4. That's going to be so immersive. It is good to know that it's only coming out on the Oculus Quest 2. Fingers crossed that it's a timed exclusive and that we will also be able to play it on the PlayStation VR and PC VR headsets, but nobody knows. And sadly, it's also not playable on the original Quest. It seems like that Facebook is slowly shifting their focus from the Quest 1 to the Quest 2 and beyond, because they have already said that they are working on new hardware along the way, and it could be that that's going to launch in 2022. Anyhow, we also got more updates on Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, because Part 2 is on the rise. It seems like we're getting 2 more tales to enjoy, and one of them features the guy from the Den of Antiquities called Doc Ondar. So if you are a big fan of the Star Wars franchise, this is going to draw you in for sure. It's just that I wish they wouldn't go for this business model of cutting games into pieces. I don't want to be paying for Part 1 and then Part 2. I just want the full adventure, because it kind of breaks the immersion when you find out you have to wait for more content. So yes, that's Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. There wasn't really any gameplay to be shown, so we have to just wait and see. Talking about a galaxy far away, you will also be able to play Star Wars Pinball. That's right, yes. So you will be able to play this on April 29th on the PC, VR and Quest headsets out there. And one of the tables that I'm most interested in is the one from The Mandalorian. So that's going to be exciting for sure. It's a very interactive form of pinball. It's not just you standing in front of one of those tables. No, there's also a lot happening around you. Then we have I Expect You to Die 2. Let's check out the trailer.
Welcome back, Agent. It's time to get back into the field. There's been an uptick in Zoraxis activity, so you've got a lot of work to do. We're counting on your skill and cunning. And this time, Agent, you must be ready for anything. Or anyone.
From one imposter to another. Break a leg.
If you're interested in a crazy game with mind-bending puzzles and a story that is packed with comedy, then this is it. I Expect You to Die is going to give you such a good time. It's coming out later this year on the Quest and PC VR headsets. The next one came as a total surprise. I don't think anyone was expecting this to come to the Quest, and that is Carve Snowboarding. Let's first watch the video. So this winter game is coming out this summer on the Oculus Quest. That's kind of funny. And according to Oculus, this is a brand new sport IP from the creator of 1080 Snowboarding. It's a modern take on the Nintendo 64 classic, if you played it. I never heard of this title before. I'm from '94 myself, so that was before my time, I guess. But it is nice to see a different genre in the showcase, because a lot of them were shooters, and it's nice to get a sporty title that is about snowboarding. It's time we get something like this on the Quest. What they also teased was more gameplay of After the Fall. So let's get into that, shall we?
Guys, I think we've got incoming.
Be on your guard.
Let's go.
Eater, nearby.
Get down!
Incoming!
Time to shine!
What stood out the most to me about this new footage is the fact that you get to play with 4 players in total. So you get to experience this awesome story together with a bunch of friends, and that's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to play this, because the social aspect is something that I just want for more games. It's rare to see a new co-op / multiplayer experience drop on the store, so After the Fall is offering something that a lot of others aren't. It's not necessarily the gameplay that gets me interested, it's just that I have the opportunity to chit-chat with friends while playing a VR game. That's all I want. So when is this coming out? Well, let me surprise you with the same kind of sentence that we heard many times before. It's coming out this summer, and it's going to drop on Quest, PC VR, and PlayStation VR. So this is not an exclusive at all. So Vertigo Games, surprise us. A game that is launching today is Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife, and this is another terrifying title. Yeah, there was a lot of horror in the gaming showcase too, but I do have to say the trailer is terrifying. It's disturbing too, so if you are not into that kind of stuff, then keep your eyes closed and your ears covered. So play it!
What is this place? What's the matter? Don't you recognize yourself? There was a seance of sorts, but here we are, dead. You're different now. Your senses are more refined, sharper. What is dying good for if you don't adapt to it? Is that blood? Did you murder dear Rachel? The house won't let us leave. There has to be a way out somewhere. I've spent it all. You know how the song goes, right? Ed is dead. Welcome to the afterlife.
So as I said, it's out now on the Quest and PC VR headsets. It is spoopy, so make sure to grab your brown pants because you will need them, yeah. Something else that I found quite random is that the Climb 2 is getting a free expansion pack called Freestyle. First of all, this is out now, and second of all, the reason why I sound so surprised is because they still have not said anything about the Climb 2 coming to PC. I want to play this gorgeous game with my PC VR headset, but they are keeping it away from us so they can sell more copies on Quest and get people buying the headset. I do understand how it works, but still, if you played the Climb 1, you know what I'm talking about. You want to see it in its full potential. It's a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous title that just plays the best on PC. And then last but not least, we have The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners with a free update called Aftershock.
All tower troops receiving reports of a large stockpile of supplies from... This can't be right. A large stockpile of supplies from the reserve.
The whole thing is wired to blow. We'll smoke her out.
Your lazy shit-heel attitude has cost us even more supplies.
Heavy reclaimed presence looting National Guard cache. Bravo Company sustained severe casualties. Backup requested.
Savages had the presence of mind to walk off with the key to this cache. Got his legs blown off for the trouble. Shelter in the school to avoid our wrath. Oh, suckling pigs. Their screams will warm me.
This time, lock it down before the tourist gets there.
So to wrap this up, I have to say overall this Oculus Gaming Show for a first was quite good. It was solid, it had some nice releases, some interesting ones. It did do the trick, it sent the message across like it should, and most consumers that I saw in the chat of this live stream were very excited after they saw all these games getting announced. And you need to understand that these are consumers who are planning to buy a headset or own one for a couple of weeks or months now. And that's also the audience that Oculus wants to target. That's what this showcase was for. Not necessarily the VR enthusiast who has been playing games for many years now, who is heavily invested into the hardware and software, who is passionate about everything VR. Because you could see that in the VR bubble there were mixed reactions because the expectations are way higher. But that's understandable. I do think that after this showcase we got a lot of new people joining the ecosystem, and that's awesome because that brings us closer to the tipping point of VR going mainstream. I do have to agree that we should have gotten more information about Facebook Horizon, Sniper Elite, and also Jurassic World Aftermath. I think it was too early for Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell, although they could have gone for some concept art to hype us up at least. I could also get into the whole Minecraft thing because people were constantly asking in the chat for Minecraft in VR, and there have been multiple petitions. We have had a Rift version of Minecraft 2 that is, I think, still live on the store, and we have Vivecraft 2, of course. So there are blueprints laying on the table to make the magic happen. So I would just say keep asking for it, and at some point it will happen. The last thing that I want to say about the showcase is that I was missing a roadmap dates, because the thing is we still don't know when we can play most of these titles. So hopefully Oculus is going to come with a perspective on that. That would be highly appreciated. But anyways, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to slam that like button and let me know in the comments below what you thought of this showcase and what games you are most excited for. And with that being said, until next time, and see you in the metaverse. Bye bye. See you later.